Cardano returning to an area of support here. We need daily candles continuing to interact with $1.31 as support here. We do see one of our chosen robo advisors bullish on price action. This buy for coming into play on the 27th of December. More bullish time to be seeing it compared to when it showed up throughout the beginning of November, where it came into play at resistance. We do see it coming into play at support, a far more bullish time. However, we do need a second robo advisor to become bullish, the same as the last time it showed up, to become more comfortably bullish on accumulation at support, which would be $1.31, with daily candles opening and closing with wicks and bodies above it. So just one more robo advisor needs to become bullish here to allow for comfortable accumulation. This combination of robo advisors suggested a bullish area of accumulation around $1.37. After accumulation, prices experienced 126% in upside over the following 30 days, and if you weren't able to sell at that swing high, EngineeringRobo became bearish around the $2.28 level, suggesting you capitalize on 66% if you sold at or above that level when those robo advisors became bearish. And since those sell suggestions, prices have experienced 47% in downside over the following 76 days, still currently more than 42% down at current levels, as we await just one more robo advisor to become bullish on comfortable accumulation at support, which appears to be $1.31. So we're looking out for continued bullish interaction with this key level here once support has been confirmed and a buy signal returns. We anticipate price action heading toward $2.16, the next area of significant resistance overhead, watching out for $1.42 overhead as well, looking to give us a hard time. However, as I mentioned, $1.31 here is going to be the most significant key level we are needing a solidification of as support. What are your thoughts on Cardano? Let me know down below now. Here we have an article titled "Decentralized Firm Collaborates with NFT Designer to Provide Events Ticketing Solution." This article starts with events and concerts are sucking artists and organizers dry through an archaic and ineffective ticketing system. It continues with how the system is dominated by 3 players hogging up to 80% of the generated revenue. It talks about how current methods have failed to evolve with the times and have allowed for a very uncontrolled secondary market, causing major inflation of the ticket prices and reduced revenue to artist and event organizers. An NFT artist partnered with Centrify, a decentralized NFT ticketing firm, has devised a solution through the use of NFTs. It goes on to talk about Centrify, saying Centrify is developing a decentralized NFT ticketing system and an NFT marketplace for musicians to sell merchandise. It continues with how Centrify has collaborated with the likes of Snoop Dogg and the Chainsmokers. Centrify is currently developing on the Ethereum, Cardano, and Solana network and is currently working to expand to the Polygon network. They will be utilizing blockchain and NFT technology to provide 100% traceability of tickets, removing fake tickets from the secondary market, and reducing the impact of scalping through the use of smart contracts. The utility of the ERC20 token, CENT, will allow holders to earn rewards based on holding and staking properties. It's mentioned that both users and artists are eligible for staking rewards. The users will collectively attract 1 to 3% reward from every NFT ticket bought, while artists can distribute the percent of rewards they get from the sale of tickets and NFTs in both markets. In my opinion, it's always nice to see, blockchain and NFT technology solving the, outdated problems of the world today. I do believe there is a lot more, validity behind the, NFT protocol that does allow there to be more transparency between buyers and sellers, and will reduce this, very ridiculous scalping secondary market that you are referring to here. So, rather bullish use case of cryptocurrency in my opinion. Check out this article in the description down below. Today in crypto, somebody called the Fed. Why is everything red? Price action experiencing a little bit of downside here. However, never fear, we do see the biggest sort of red bubbles here sadly, FTM and XYM experiencing more than 10% in downside, up to 15% here. However, every other project does seem to be experiencing sub 10% downside, between what appears to be sort of like 5 and 8% sort of in the red today. So we do see rather healthy downside in my personal opinion. For us to see tens to hundreds of percentages in gains, we will need to see these single to double digit percentages in downside here to allow for continued accumulation and upside. A handful of projects experiencing upside here: Near Protocol, XDC, and Hex experiencing some nice gains. Hexagon currently up 24% today. Algorand in the green, as well as Project LEO. A Wednesday in crypto price action interacting with price and action. We do see a split between red and green. Some projects holding nicely here. Sushi still doing well. Project FTM still in the green overall. We do see Near up as well. Algo, as mentioned, in the green. Toncoin continuing to maintain its upside. Hexagon we just talked about here. So these other projects as well in the red. We do see sadly AVAX, HBAR, XRP, Spell, and LRC experiencing more than 10% downside, up to 18% there. XYM and CTC experiencing 25 and 42% downside today. Some more significant pullbacks for a handful of projects. However, in my opinion, we do see a lot of these others in sub 10% of downside, 5% in downside kind of thing. Still maintaining a bullish incentive in my personal opinion. What are your thoughts on the crypto sphere? Let me know down below. Now, looking at Solana, technically interacting with sell signals and resistance overhead. We've been under the influence of bearish robo advisors ever since the middle of November here, it would appear. Since those sell suggestions, price action has experienced 24% in downside, still currently 12% down at current levels as we await interaction with the strongest area of support. The most significant key level near price action here, it would appear, is $202. Currently overhead as resistance. We do need daily candles opening and closing above it to confirm it as support. At the moment, we're looking out for interactions with $170 all the way down to $135. This is going to be the couple of key levels here I anticipate interaction with in the immediate short term. I anticipate continued interaction toward the strongest area of support as long as these sell signals are present. So once buy signals return, we can become more bullish on accumulation at support. This combination of robo advisor suggested bullish accumulation around $36.74. After accumulation, prices rose up to 603% before becoming bearish around the $195 level, suggesting you capitalize on 430% ROI, and then you were saved from over 20% in downside if you utilized those sell suggestions. We have Polkadot under the influence of sell suggestions technically ever since the middle of November here, since the $40.84 level. Price action has experienced 43% in downside over the following 34 days, still currently more than 34% down at current levels as we await a second robo advisor to become bullish to consider accumulation at support. At the moment, a key level showing support is going to be $24.18. However, the strongest area of technical support is all the way down at $17.97. Price action is a little too close to resistance overhead waiting for us at $34.42. So we are awaiting perhaps further interaction toward the strongest areas of support as we await the second buy signal to come into play to consider bullish comfortable accumulation, which would be at support wherever that may be. What are your thoughts on DOT now? Bitcoin, crypto, the currency, still looking for the strongest area of support down below here. We've been under the influence of bearish robo advisors ever since all the way back up at $60,000 per Bitcoin, and we've experienced 30% in downside, still more than 22% down at current levels as we await buy signals and interactions with the strongest areas of support. At the moment, we're between a range with resistance overhead at $48,577 all the way down to $43,160 per Bitcoin, looking like a more likely target here as long as these sell suggestions are present. And the strongest area of support is still all the way down at $34,655 per Bitcoin, a rather unlikely target, however not impossible here. We have the fear and greed index here. I know I was saying my target for Bitcoin was at like $152 kind of $1,000 per Bitcoin. Well, my new target is actually $154,000 per Bitcoin up here with the FOMO zone here. I do anticipate price action entering that range coming from the most bullish area of long-term accumulation throughout March of 2020. Price action, in my opinion, is still heading toward that six-figure range, and I anticipate interaction with those levels before any sort of long-term downside is to be considered, in my opinion. Let me know your thoughts on crypto down below. Are you bullish or bearish on crypto at current levels? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hearing my analysis. Check out EngineeringRobo for free with a link in the description. Subscribe here on YouTube. Check out all the other social media down below and tune in for the next one.